Hey guys, long time no hablas. I know, it's been like a week and a half since I made one of these videos. I've made other videos, but not like I normally do. Also, I realize how long my hair is, so if I take my hair, it goes the whole length from side to side. So my hair is pretty long. It just doesn't look like it most of the time because it curls up at the end. Um, but it's pretty long. Uh, so yeah. Oh, so let's see what's happened so far. Um, Last week I yelled at my boss again because she likes to act like I don't do anything. She hired this guy Jeff. I think it's the same Jeff from last time. It looks the same except gray. Um, but yeah, like today I was walking out and I saw him in the entrance vacuuming the tiny door, the floor mat that's in there, the little tiny carpet. I'm like, why? Last week she was complaining about like, oh well, I've asked you what days you can stay to catch up, and one thing, we're not falling behind. By the end of the time that I leave, when I leave, you know like the other day I had 3 lanes filled with cardboard. When I left there was only like 4 or 5 cardboard piles left, which kind of is a lot, but considering how much there was. um I'm also not doing small bales. I'm like today I did like big bales. They were huge. Um, but I asked her, I was like, well, what's he doing? It's like, oh, well, he's sweeping and mopping and getting the garbage. I'm like, and I just flat out asked her, I was like, why is it every time you hire someone, it's for housekeeping or cleaning or doing some crap up here? It's like down there is the crap that your bosses complain about, you know, and yet you have only me down there. And I said, we need someone down there Tuesdays and Thursdays all day. She's like, well, why would anyone stay down there all day when you're not down there all day? And is at that moment I was gonna be like, excuse me, bitch. She it's like I've told her numerous times I have to rely on others to get to and from work. So if I call my landlady and she says that she's in town and she can get me at like 11 o'clock, I have to leave at 11. But by then I've already done like 5, 6 bales. But most times I leave around 11:30, 12 o'clock. And by the time I leave, I've already been there for 4.5 hours. I only get 5 hours to work. So I'm leaving like an hour, half hour early. She acts like I'm leaving like 3, 4 hours early. She acts like I'm coming in at like 7:30, 8 o'clock and then leaving like an hour later. I'm not. And when I come in, I go down there and baling is all I do. In 2 hours I can get like 5 bales, 5, 6 bales done. And they're big bales. So but she's like, why would anyone stay down there all day when you don't stay down there all day? And I was about to be like, um, no. I'm sure many people would wonder why I haven't just completely lost it yet. But yeah. But she just keeps giving excuses, and she keeps pushing and pushing. And I've already told her before, I'm this close to freaking quitting, and she just keeps pushing and pushing. And I've been hired 3 times there. This time and the time before that, she hired me because guess what? She couldn't find anyone to do the bailing. Almost like no one wants to do that shitty job. And every time I've shown back up, it's taken me a month to catch everything up because she doesn't have anyone else go down there. Because apparently, like, freaking housekeeping is the most important thing. The housekeeper should be doing the housekeeping, as in the bathrooms, the sweeping, the mopping, the vacuuming. The fact that she's got 2 other people essentially helping with that crap. Now, my roommate used to work as a housekeeper, and she would go around to different places. Me and my friend helped her once. We went to a DSS. I think it was in Richfield, right? Whatever. But it was like uh, maybe half of the factory. which is huge. And she did sweeping, she did mopping, she did vacuuming. I think she buffed the floor in the front. She did the bathroom, she did the garbage, she did the freaking giant windows in the front, and she did all of it within 2-3 hours. So the housekeeper we have right now, it takes her like 5 hours just to clean like 5 bathrooms. So why not get rid of the housekeeper? You shouldn't have to split up all the housekeeping jobs to other people just because the housekeeper is slow. I get that she's old and she has her problems, and but it's affecting everyone. It's affecting me. I've got 2 balers I need to run. One of which I can't even do right now because they're freaking. There's no way the forklift drivers can even get the bales. Got 2 giant piles of tubes sitting in the way. So they can't even get to the damn thing. I haven't been able to do tubes in 2 weeks because the area is just looking like crap. Um, but it's like if you keep hiring people, and then it's just to do the stuff that really doesn't matter. It's like, and again, every time I leave, she can never find anyone, and when she does, they don't stay because no one wants to do it. I've said before, it's like she tells me, oh, they could easily have their people do our job. Then why don't they? When I'm not there Tuesdays and Thursdays, why don't they have Kevin down there? You know, it's like, because no one wants to freaking do it. She keeps saying, oh, well, goes down there. She's talking about my roommate because, she's there. Like, oh, she's down there bailing. And, well, yeah, she's doing the plastic. She's doing the carpet. She's doing luchador. And she makes nice big bales of those. But when it comes to the cardboard, she's making like little tiny bales. And that doesn't help. One, that's a waste of time. Two, it's a waste of space. you know? Because the small piles, yeah, they get done fast, but then they take up all that space, and then suddenly you have to start piling everything by the other baler, and it just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up, and suddenly you don't have any room for anything. And that was the other thing. Last week I left one day, was it Wednesday? Or I can't remember which day it was. It was Monday or Wednesday, and there was no room left for anything. And she's, I said, they're gonna have to start moving bales, and there's no room to put anymore. Like, well, you need to bail. I'm like, there's no room to put anything. She's like, I don't care. Put it somewhere, and they'll find it. I'm like, I didn't say it to her because I didn't think of it at the time, but it's like these forklift drivers can't even use common sense to say, hey, maybe I should stack one bale on top of the other. They can't even do that. What makes you think they're going to find a bale if it's somewhere where it doesn't belong? And I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's like, they're not going to see it. I'm not going to just keep putting things where they don't belong. It's like, well, it needs to be done. I want you to do it, want you to get it done and, catch it up. It's like, we're not falling behind, though. Every day I leave, even if there's 2-3 piles left, we're still caught up. It's not like there's 20-something piles down there. We're not falling behind. So I don't know what this catching up you're talking about is. But she's like, yeah, you just put it, they'll figure it out. No, they won't. No, they won't. These are also the same forklift drivers who don't, bundle up a stack of like, this tall of toppers that are wobbling back and forth, and then they put them down there and woof, right on the floor they go. And instead of picking them up because it's, their fault, yeah, we'll just leave it there. So what makes her think that they're going to find a freaking bale where it doesn't belong? It's not like they're going to be looking for them. But I walked, I just got tired, and I just went off on her because I'm so tired of the BS. I go in there busting my ass for $2,500 a year, not a month, not a week, a year. I just had a sinus infection not too long ago, so sinuses were clogged, fatigue, fever, chills, body aches. My head was fucking throbbing. My eyes were freaking throbbing. And I was still working there, busting my ass to get stuff done. And on an empty stomach because I don't get to eat before I go to work. and yet I'm still there busting my ass. So she acts like I don't do anything, but who's really getting the stuff done down there? Like I said, my roommate can get the easier stuff done. She can make big bales of carpet and luchador, no problem. I can too. It takes me like 30 minutes to make a big bale of both. Not that hard. But when it comes to the stuff that actually matters, the stuff that piles up, like the cardboard, it doesn't get done. I'm the one who gets stuck doing it. So I ended up asking my landlady if I could get extra days so that way I could quit. So that way I could work for, my landlady's like 3-4 days a week. Right now, even 3 days a week would help, because she said that she could give me extra hours, like 2-3 extra hours. So if I was doing that 3 days a week, not only would I be making what I would make at the factory, but what I'm already making with them. So, but obviously I know there's, June's old, so she could really die at any minute, which obviously I'd be looking for something in the meantime. Fortunately, there's not a lot I can do anymore. And it's not because I don't want to, but, I'm 6'4", and every job I've had treats me like I'm the Incredible Hulk or Superman. I fill out for a cashier job, right? And then suddenly I'm doing all the heavy lifting. It's like, I filled out for a cashier. It's like, oh, there's no cashiering positions. Well, then why was it up on the site? I mean, I went to the site directly. Why was it up there? So, because of my size, I always get treated like I'm freaking Superman or something. Well, right now I'm like Superman after some kryptonite. I'm incredibly weak. So, I can't do it anymore. A cashiering job would be easy enough, but if they're like, oh, you need to stock. Oh, and you're going to be stocking all the big things, too. Can't freaking do it. Especially 8 hours a day, 4 or 5 days a week. I can't. I can't even walk home with a freaking gallon of milk anymore. It hurts too much. I'm 34. I've got the body of a 60, 70-year-old. I think I just crapped my pants. And then Friday, we went to Walmart. I went to Walmart because I wanted to see if they had something only found at Walmart that I've seen recently. But I got out and someone was like, your tire's flat. And I looked, I was like, oh, that's pretty flat. So luckily enough, we were at Walmart and we went to the auto center behind there, and it took like an hour. It took an hour for them just to replace the tire. They didn't fix it. And it took an hour. There's only like us and like one other person, and the woman was just taking so freaking long. I don't know how changing a tire ended up taking an hour. I mean, it would have taken longer if it was on the road and we had to wait for AAA. But even after AAA would show up, it would just take a couple minutes to get the tire off, put on the new tire, get that. But somehow this took an hour. She wasn't working on any other car except for her my landlady's car, and it took an hour somehow. And we're just like, I'm like, okay. We got here at 12. It's now like 1 o'clock. But like I said, at least it was in the parking lot where we could do something about it, not on the road where we'd have to wait for like 3 hours for AAA to show up. So, but yeah, I'm just tired of everything. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Anyway, yeah, I had to go off on my boss again. And I know what people are going to say. If you have to keep going off on your boss, maybe you should just get another job, because obviously, this one's stressing, it's too stressful. And obviously, if you're doing this much and she's not appreciating it, you don't want to be somewhere where you're not appreciated. And that's the stupid thing. It's like, she gives me a card for Christmas saying, I appreciate everything you do. No, saying you do and giving us things and like, food and whatever, that doesn't show you appreciate us. I mean, I've told her, when the first time I went off on her, I was like, I'm not asking for someone to do my job. I'm asking for help. The same way my roommate asked for help, the same way Susan asked for help, and they get it. I'm asking for help. And all you do is keep telling me to shut up. I'm not asking for someone to do my job. I'm asking for there to be someone here Tuesday and Thursday to get the harder stuff done. It's not that unreasonable of a request. But no, every time it's, well, why would anyone go down there all day if you're not down there all day? Oh, there's other things that need to be done. Well, I'm busy training people. You got sweeping and mopping to do. And yeah, because sweeping and mopping are totally top priority. When you have your bosses complaining about being down, down there looking like crap, yeah, sweeping and mopping, totally number one priority. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.